live stream that I promised you. I guarantee you will not be disappointed. Stay tuned. I'm going to just wait for you guys. Give me a 5x5 when you can hear me. Just making sure all my systems set up. Everything's good. Appreciate you guys joining. Here's to good health. Happy Labor Day. Hope everything's going good for everybody. Let me just check some channel settings here. This is High Impact TV, my backup to the backup to the backup channel. And it's sad, but we live in a day and age where we got to have backups to the backup because censorship is so thick and tyranny is so heavy. You got to make some adjustments. I'll just wait till some people get in here. I don't want anybody to miss this. What I'll do is when we start getting into the action, I'll put a timestamp in the description, so when you're rewatching this, you don't have to watch all the fumbling along. And I'm pretty sure that if you're in the room right now, let me know if you got an alert. What's up, Jam? How you doing? This is worth the wait, guys. Definitely worth the wait if you haven't seen this. I'm going to give this guy a shout out. He's on YouTube and did a fantastic job on this. What's up, Isaac Forbes? How you doing, man? Together we stand, divided we fall. Amen. And if we don't stand together, we will most certainly hang separately. I guarantee you. They want to distract, deceive, and divide us. Because that's the only way they can conquer us, man. It's the only way they can conquer us. Rick Schneider, what's up? Rusty Shackelford, Mary G, how you doing? 26 watching. We'll wait till there's about 100 people here because, you know, I hate to enter a live stream and 25% into it. What's up? What's up, Teresa Duff, Isaac Fords, Mary G, Indiana. What's up, Indiana? I like that. Indiana. Ride Dog 084. What's going on, man? Mississippi Case, how you doing? Did anybody get an alert? Did you get a notification? What's up, Gotcha? Gotcha memes. You know what? Actually, you know what I'm going to do? While I'm watching everybody come into the room, I'm going to go to my Twitter and let's see. I think what I should have done is I should have scheduled it. All right, I'm just putting an alert out over on my Facebook and Twitter pages right now. I'll be right with you guys. Don't go anywhere because you're going to want to see this if you have not seen it yet. And I don't think very many people have. This should go viral. Matter of fact, let's help this content creator make this go viral for him. And this happened this year too, by the way, guys. What happened to D-Live exclusive? I'll be doing D-Live tonight at 7:30. It's 6:19 right now. I got a little bit of time. Highly monitored, highly censored, almost beyond human comprehension. Anybody get an alert to come in here? It's amazing. How can you have 32,800 subscribers and only have 58 people watching? Cause your content sucks, man. All right, let me go ahead and get this started. I looked up the definition of hero, and it says a person who is admired or idolized for courage, outstanding achievements, or noble qualities. See, the problem with our society today is we are treating as heroes people who don't deserve to be heroes. They don't have a good moral character. They don't have they don't have courage. They don't have outstanding achievements or noble qualities. And yet we still hold them up as heroes. But this guy right here, this guy is a hero because I'll tell you what, guys, Anybody who stands for their own rights is not just standing for their rights alone. They're standing for everybody whose rights might be taken away by any kind of tyrant, a political tyrant, just a thief, a run-of-the-mill thief who might break into their house, a political tyrant, a robed judge tyrant. Anybody who's wanting to take away your freedom. If you stand for your freedom, you're standing for, by extension, everybody's freedom. An injustice done to one man anywhere is injustice done to all men everywhere. If we're going to accept injustice for other people, we better get ready to accept injustice for ourselves. It's like censorship. Like I always say about censorship. Censorship is to society what cancer is to the human body. And if we allow censorship to happen to other people, we better shut up when it happens to us, because we got nothing to say. If you don't stand up for people who are being censored, nobody's going to stand up for you when it's time for you to get censored. And I guarantee you, if you're calling for censorship on someone else today, that's going to boomerang back around and metastasize just like cancer in the body, and it's going to bite you tomorrow. Okay, so listen to this right here. Check this. Check out this interaction. This guy is going to the polling place to go vote, and the guy at the public library, it's a public place, is telling him he can't vote because he doesn't have his mask on, so they call the police on him, and that's where this cop comes in.
Thanks.
How you doing, sir?
Good. How are you? I'm here to vote.
Okay.
I'm registered to vote. This is my polling location. The election board told me this morning that they cannot deny me access to the polling place because of not wearing a mask, and that it's not a law.
Okay.
So they told me that I could come over here from Lake Linganore and vote at my polling location that has been moved from Deer Crossing over here. I came through here, through line, came in here. Right as I was about to go in, I was denied access to the polling place because of the facial covering that I don't have over my face.
Okay, so keep in mind what they say about voting, guys. You know what I think about voting? I know what a lot of you guys think about voting, but think about what they say, left and right, what they say about voting. As a matter of fact, Bernie Sanders calls voting a human right, just like he calls Medicare a human right. If voting is a human right, but they don't allow you to vote because you don't have a face mask on, what are they saying? They're saying our edict of you must wear a face mask or you can't vote is more powerful than our belief that voting is a human right. It's ludicrous, guys. You know what mainstream media thinks about voting. You know what the Democrats think about voting. You know what the Republicans think about voting. You know what everybody in government thinks about voting. They're saying, hey, you got to vote. You got to participate in the system. Your vote is your voice. This is what democracy is all about. They want you to vote because they want you to be distracted, and they want you to consent to the chains of your own oppression. Now, I'm not for this guy voting, but I'm for this guy standing up for his rights to do whatever he wants to, unmolested and unhindered.
Okay. So it's a county guideline that you're...
Guideline isn't a law.
So this cop is coming here saying it's a county guideline. Oh, did you put your hand on a Bible and raise your hand toward heaven to uphold all guidelines, foreign and domestic? No, I didn't think you did. It's Constitution, right?
Okay.
Constitution trumps everything. I have a right to vote, and I'm being denied access to the polls right now by this lovely man who's been very friendly and nice.
Okay. So this is their polling location.
It's my polling location too. I pay for it. Okay. We the people.
Okay, so now on every count so far, well, we're just here, you got to follow the guidelines. Nope, guidelines not a law. As a matter of fact, the supreme law of the land, he explains very articulately, is the Constitution of the United States. Remember, that's the Constitution you swore to uphold. And it's amazing, guys. You would think they never took that oath. Matter of fact, you would think that they took an oath in the exact opposite direction. I swear to condemn and tear down anybody who wants to follow the Constitution of the United States. If we see anybody acting in accordance with freedom of speech or the right to keep and bear arms and be secure in your person's houses, papers, and effects, or the right to remain silent, or any of the Bill of Rights, if we see anybody doing that, we're going to go over there and we're going to harass them and we're going to collect from them. It's not about them protecting and serving and protecting. It's about harassing and collecting. You would think they took the opposite oath of the oath they actually took. These guys are just massive oath breakers.
Okay. So how are we going to rectify that?
I'm going to walk through that door and I'm going to vote, like they said.
Okay.
How are we going to rectify this? Well, first of all, there's nothing to be rectified. What do you mean rectified? And what I like about this guy is he actually gets the cop to admit that the guy that's talking with the camera did not break any laws, and yet the cop still wants to arrest him. And another cop comes along. You'll see. The reason I'm breaking in on this is because I don't want to be, I don't want to be infringing on any fair use. So I got to talk about this.
There's the polling place, including the booth right out here. He can vote, it's not a problem, he just can't come inside because of the mask, that's the rule.
Okay.
I'm already inside, sir, wouldn't you say?
Do you understand what he's telling you?
This
You're
entire
given,
area is
you
voting.
have been given an option to vote outside, which is your wishes to not wear a mask.
It's my wishes, it's my right, there is no law, and the governor cannot sign an executive order taking away my rights, nor my right to vote, nor my access to the polling place.
You have been given access to the polling place.
So what the guy is doing is standing solidly on his rights. He's being assertive, but he's not being just crazy. He's keeping his wits about him. He's holding this law enforcement officer to his oath of office of the supreme law of the land. He's given all these people plenty of chances. And think about it, just a couple months ago where there wasn't even masks on the scene, people would look, if there was a snapshot that you were able to take a snapshot and this cop could look into the future and he'd be like, oh, that's ridiculous. But now we've all acclimated. We've all, because of the psychological operations, the 24 hours a day, 7 days a week psychological operations saying that you have to have a face covering, you have to have a mask to protect yourself and other people from this massive, deadly, crazy, invisible virus. We would all think that was absolutely crazy, that somebody's actually going to go to some extent to deny rights, especially this all-important voting right, just because somebody doesn't have a face covering. A couple months ago, every one of us, including this guy right here wearing a mask, this law enforcer, would have thought that was utterly absurd.
You've been given access to the right to vote, which is outside, if you're not wishing to comply with that. This is a private location that has opened their facilities
public.
to allow.
I don't understand how law enforcement agents do not understand the basic law. A public library is not a private location. It's called a public library, not a private library. He's not on private property. He's on public property, paid for by all tax cattle.
This is a public library, right?
Okay.
Public library, public, open to the public place.
Okay.
It's not private. It's public, and I haven't broken any laws.
Okay.
Tell me what law I have broken, sir.
Here we go.
I haven't broken any laws. I'm not trespassing. This is public property, correct? Public library? Public library means it's paid for by taxes, not by a private individual. It's open to the public. Why are you discriminating against me because of a face covering?
Because everybody else is complying.
It doesn't matter.
Look at that. Look, everybody else is complying. There are 1,000 people complying and you're not complying, so I have to take you away. They're complying with what? Do you know the supreme law of the land applies to those 1,000 and to that one person? And the supreme law of the land is what he took an oath to protect and defend against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And he's standing there with his arms folded at that entryway door, becoming the very domestic enemy that he swore to protect this guy holding the camera from. It's just outrageous.
Everybody else wants to jump off a cliff. It doesn't mean I have to jump off a cliff as well. I have constitutional rights, and right now you're currently violating them. This guy is intimidating me from voting. Intimidating someone from voting and keeping them from voting is actually a federal offense. Okay. So, I mean, I'm just documenting this. I was already in here, and I was getting ready to walk through that door, and he stopped me from voting. This young man here, very nice, very polite.
Young man.
On orders from the Frederick County Election Board, I guess.
Can I ask you this? Is there a reason you don't want to cover your face?
Because it's bullshit. I'm a free man. This is a free country, and you can't take away my rights.
Okay. I don't dispute.
And here's the irony, guys. While I appreciate what this guy's doing, and by the way, this guy's name is Mr. Porter. He's got 2.26 thousand subscribers. Let's change that by the end of the day. Let's see if we can get him up to 3,000 subscribers by the end of the day. I'm gonna put the link in the description below. We're gonna keep on going through this, but you know, love to whom love is due. You know, he did good work here. But the irony is, he says he's a free man. Guess what? Free men don't vote for the chains of their own oppression. When you're voting for a master. You're voting for an overseer, a ruler. Do you want a ruler? Do you need a ruler? Are you free or are you not? Do you need a slave master? If you think you need a slave master, then you must think you're a slave. Free men are not slaves. So therefore, free men do not vote. That voting box and that ballot that goes in that voting box, that is the suggestion box of slaves. If you don't need a master, if you don't need a ruler, if you don't need somebody governing your life and telling you what you can or can't do, where you can or can't go, should you be able to own a firearm or not? Is there a magazine capacity limitation? Do I need permission to fish? Do I need permission to drive or go hunting? No, you don't need permission because you're an adult. When you became an adult out from under your parents' house, there's no legitimate authority in the realm of man for you because you're a free man. There's no legitimate authority outside a parent to a child. Changed my mind. Oh, Brian, you're just being rebellious. You're being an anarchist. Yep, that's right. Because anarchy literally means no rulers. I'm not a chaoticist. I don't want chaos. I want order. Order based on principle. Order based on righteousness. Thank you, Jay, for that super chat. And I will cover all super chats at the end of this video.
Your opinion.
Okay.
But
as far as laws go, what law have I broken today? Can you name one?
No.
Okay, great. So I haven't.
I love that. He just established verbally with this cop on video that he has not broken any law. So the cop admitted that he has no law. Therefore, the cop just cut the ground underneath his own feet. Have I broken a law? No. Then there's nothing. You don't have anything on me because you're a law enforcement agent. If a law wasn't broken, what are you doing there? It's this cop's job, supposedly, to protect this guy with the camera, and he's not doing it. He's there looking for a way to take away this guy's rights, to take away this guy's freedom, to exert tyrannical authority over him.
Broken the law, so why is a law enforcement officer here to enforce policies that are unconstitutional and illegal?
Good question.
You should be getting this guy out of the way because he's committing an actual federal crime right now. I know you don't enforce federal laws, you enforce state laws. The Maryland Criminal Code, whatever. The bottom line is he's actually committing a crime, but you're here harassing me.
So here's where this is going to go, right? So
yeah, well, Chris Gilbert put just kind of a challenge to my statement. I disagree. You vote to choose a representative, not a master. Name one person in Congress that represents you, because if they ever make one law that takes one single right away, they've become your master. If they approve one single law that takes $1, 1 penny out of your pocket, then that's your master, not your representative. I know they call themselves representatives, but they're actually masters. So basically, they're using euphemisms to dupe you into accepting and even demanding the change of your own enslavement. Because you think people in New York in the 14th district think AOC represents them. She doesn't. You think your representative represents you, but if he ever voted for war, if he ever signed on a bill, if he was anybody other than Dr. No, Ron Paul, who never voted for anything tyrannical, never voted for anything to take any money out of anybody's pocket, extortion and theft by government. If you're voting for somebody you think is a representative, that's not a representative. And just because people make themselves feel better by calling them a representative when their actions speak the exact opposite of what they actually do when they go to Washington's District of Criminals, guys, they're controlled by lobbyists. They're not there for you. If they were there for you, they wouldn't sign their name on any law, because the more laws you have, the less freedoms you've got. So I'd like to talk about that.
Even if you not wish this gentleman to be inside your establishment,
It's public. It's
without a
public.
face mask on,
It's
correct?
public.
Okay.
It's public. It's a public library.
So he has asked you.
See, they're trying to change terminology here. This is why psychological operations is so powerful. This is why euphemisms are so powerful. Even the sign, I'm sure there's a sign on the outside of this building right here that says public library. They're trying to say this is private. They're trying to act like it's private, and they're trying to act like they can trespass this guy who this cop clearly said was not breaking any law. It's amazing, man. This video right here is so freaking instructive. This guy's video should have millions upon millions of views as a case study in psychological operations that this cop is trying to foist on the cameraman.
To comply with voting outside. If you do not comply with that, you're going to be considered trespassing and being taken.
You can't trespass in a public place unless you've committed a crime. I haven't committed a crime, and you just admitted it on video. You can't even articulate the facts that I've committed a crime. Why don't you get your supervisor out here?
I am the supervisor.
You're the watch commander?
No, I'm not the watch commander. I'll make that. I don't know anything about it.
He's calling
I haven't
himself a
committed any
supervisor.
crimes, and you're telling me you're going to remove me from a public building that's taxpayer funded. Is that what you're telling me on video? For not committing any crimes.
Now notice that he stayed really quiet because the guy is actually building a case against this cop, and the cop, I think right then realized it. Oops, I think I spoke too much. I think I just divulged too much information, and I just basically constructed my own gallows and put the rope around my own neck, and now this guy is choking me with it.
I haven't committed a single crime, but you're gonna consider me trespassing without actually committing a crime.
They're giving you options. Okay?
My option is to go in and vote like I normally do. And the election board told me I have documentation.
Who did you speak to at the election?
I showed them the caller ID showing that I called and that they had called me back twice today.
Okay.
All right, now we have another law enforcer on the scene, and this gets very, very interesting because now the law enforcer, and this is really good, the law enforcer who just walked through the door, the female law enforcer, doesn't know about what happened with this exchange. So obviously, when she comes at her, this guy, this cameraman, from her tyrannical perspective, she's going to hang herself too.
Okay.
Good.
So,
He has to be outside. He doesn't want to wear a mask. He has to-
Always that chance, Inks. Always a chance that this is a staged, psychological operation as well. Always a chance. I doubt it, but there's always a chance.
They let me in here without a mask. They just don't want to let me in to vote.
You can't be able to. You cannot be in there.
They're stopping me from voting.
No, we're not. We're not stopping you from voting.
Well, I haven't committed any crime, and you're attempting to trespass me without committing a crime. I have to commit a crime in a public place. I'm in a public building. You just said I'm not being trespassed. He said I'm being trespassed. Which one is it?
Listen, the rules are, if you want to vote and you don't want to wear a mask, they're going to bring the materials and stuff out here.
The rules are obey the rules. We have new rules. Hey, wait a second. So there's a rule that actually trumps the Constitution, and then people could come along and say, you don't understand. They said he could vote. He just has to vote outside. No, he's a free man. He can go. It says public library. Just because they've made these new rules doesn't mean people have to obey it. Why? Because they are not your masters. You're a free man or you're not. Are those people who are given the rules, are they free men or are they not? Because you're free or you're not. So if the people inside the library who are wearing the mask and demanding that everybody else wear the mask who come in are claiming to be free, and the guy who doesn't want to wear a mask is claiming to be free, but the guys who were wearing the mask don't let the guy without the mask come in, then who's really the free man? Who is really the free man? And on the other side of it, who's really standing on their rights? Their rights not to be abused by somebody else, not to be harassed. This is complete harassment, guys. And who cares about laws, and who cares about the Constitution, and who cares about the Bill of Rights? There's a greater law, a universal law that is being trampled right now as we watch this video. The Golden Rule. This guy is being harassed, and none of these people who are harassing him would want to be harassed in this manner if they just wanted to do something as a free man. None of them. You want a rule, you want a law of nature that trumps the Constitution, that trumps the Bill of Rights, that trumps any man-made law? It's the Golden Rule. And you don't need a holy book to know that the golden Rule exists. All you have to do is ask yourself a question. Would I want that done to me? If the answer is no, then don't do it to somebody else, because if you do, you're a hypocrite. And not only that, you're not only not operating as a free individual, you're operating as a tyrant who wants to take freedom from other individuals.
You can vote out here.
They let me indoors. They let me in here. So how about I vote right where I'm standing, because I'm not moving. I've done nothing wrong. I've committed no crime.
Stand your ground.
At that point in time, you will have to be no trespass. If you're not going to listen to
Well, I'm not doing
They're
anything
not saying
illegal.
that you cannot vote. They're saying that if you don't want to.
I've been in the building for 30 minutes. Why don't you just let me vote? Just let me vote. I've been here for 30 minutes. Inside.
we're giving you the option to vote. You're
Bring me
not
my
being
ballot.
denied-
I'm standing right here. Bring me my ballot.
Where's his ballot and stuff at? Let's bring his ballot. We're going outside. Where's his information? Can we get his stuff? We're going to resolve this.
He hasn't given us information.
Where's your name and stuff so they can pull your information?
Sean
Porter.
See, this guy's going to give his name and he's going to give his address. And even though it's on his website and he basically doxed himself, I don't want to do it here. So let me be real careful with this.
Gotta write it.
I don't have a pen or paper because I usually go inside the polling place.
I got it. Come on.
I need his name, date of birth,
Do you have your voter registration card on you?
No, I do not. I don't. It's not required.
No, you're right. I'm just trying to speed things up, make it a little
How do you
easier.
spell Sean? Is it no kind of
It's
spelling?
the
I'm gonna silence this. She's gonna ask for his address and everything, and he's gonna give it on camera. I just don't want
Porter,
to.
Yep.
your date of birth?
I'm gonna deaden that out too.
And address.
And address.
Okay, I'm gonna mute that. Okay, so he's giving his address right now. And Mr. TB9 says, "See why I stay home?" Trish is laughing about that, Mr. TB9. Yep, she said ditto.
He got the address, Edwards Road and was it, what do you say, Newmarket?
New Market
This
21774.
is why we stay home. They're good in the neighborhood.
Okay, what else do you want to say?
And what ballot would he be looking for?
I'm a Republican.
Republican ballot.
And here's the irony of this whole thing. While this guy is basically a hero for standing up for his rights and by extension everybody's rights who has their rights jeopardized or threatened in any way by any kind of tyrant, he's literally boxed himself into a Republican/Democrat left versus right paradigm lie. Politics is nothing more, nothing less than the clever and deceptive art of using euphemisms, lies, emotionalism, and fear-mongering in order to dupe average people into accepting and even demanding the chains of their own enslavement. He's at this voting place to demand the chains of his own enslavement as he stands on his rights. How's that for some irony for you? And I hate it. I mean, like, I hope he sees this video. I do want to give him props. You know, he gets props and a complete A++ for the way he's handling this cop and standing on his rights. But, you know, I take serious issue with anybody who's going to go vote for the chains of their own oppression, thinking it's going to change, especially since we have so much history behind us. If you keep doing what you've been doing, you'll keep getting what you've been getting. If you do the same things over and over, expecting a different result, you know, it's literally insane. It is insanity. It really is. Yeah, you got the right to vote. You can do whatever you want to, but keep in mind, you're not a free man if you're voting for the chains of your own oppression.
Okay, is that all you need?
Yep, definition of insanity.
Get him a ballot,
Get the
an
ballot, right?
envelope to put it in, so he has to fill it out there.
Get the ballot, give it to me, and we'll get the ballot. In fact, I'll come in with you and get the ballot.
I love it. Wake TF up. Yuri Bezmenov, demoralization. It is literally, that is a very good way to put it. Wake TF up. It's a demoralizing practice. The oligarchs want you to continue to propagate the chains of your own enslavement through the voting process. Free men don't vote because they don't want a master ruling over them, even if the master calls himself a representative and get this, public servant. Oh yeah, but when was the last time you saw a servant whipping a master? It goes in reverse. It's the master whipping the servant. So these public servants are around extorting people, stealing from people, harassing them, arresting them, kidnapping them, caging them. You know, great public servant. There's another euphemism for you. I'm not just a law enforcement agent. I'm a public servant. Oh, is that why you threw me in the back of your cop car and kidnapped me just because I had a little bit of, you know, a gram or two of a plant matter that politicians said I shouldn't have? Oh, great public servant. Great. Thanks for representing me. My taxes just went up. I feel so represented. Thank you for taking my sons and daughters off to the grist mills of war, Representative. I appreciate that. Good deal. It's amazing, man. It's amazing the euphemisms that they use. I like what Lysander Spooner said about the Constitution. He said, whatever the Constitution may be, it doesn't matter what you think the Constitution is, whatever it is, this much is certain. It's either authorized such a government as we have, that's a tyrannical government, or it's been powerless to stop it. In either case, it's unfit to exist. Guys, we have a Second Amendment right, and do you realize how many laws against firearms and ammunition and tax on ammunition and all these infringements? There's like 20,000 gun laws in the land. All you needed was one. The right to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. If somebody uses a firearm to hurt somebody else, then that person should be convicted. That person should go to jail. That person should lose their freedoms because they acted out in society the way society wouldn't want done to themselves. He did to others what he wouldn't want done to him. But they're going to go after the gun. Oh yeah, let's villainize all Glock 22s now because he used a Glock 22. You don't outlaw baseball bats. There's no regulation on crowbars. How about knives? We haven't outlawed knives. See, it's crazy. It's crazy. So the Constitution, he said, Lysander Spooner said, whether the Constitution be one thing or another, this much is certain. It's either authorized this tyrannical government as we've had, or it's been powerless to resist it. Guess what? It's both. So in that case, it's unfit to exist. Ain't nobody in Washington's District of Criminals give a damn about the Constitution. If they did, they would abide by the Constitution. They all swear to the Constitution. No effect to us. Freedoms are continue to be taken away. Life, liberty, and property just slips, through our fingers. Because these representatives, these public servants, promise to keep us safe and to protect and defend us against the all enemies, foreign and domestic. Give me a break. Shut the front door.
I'll get to that.
I love what Sir Budrick just said in the chat room. If it wasn't for misrepresentation, I wouldn't have any representation at all. I love that. That is my next tweet right there. That is my next tweet. I love that. Sir Budrick. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tweet it out right now. I give Sir Budrick all the honors. Sir. All right, buddy. If it wasn't for misrepresentation, I wouldn't have any representation at all. I love it. Okay, done. Just put it up on my Twitter. I just put that thing up there on my Twitter, man. It's up on Twitter, man. I twatted that thing out there. I'll put that. Here's the link for you, Sir Budrick. There's the link to the tweet. Credit to you, man. All right, here we go. Back to this video. I love us, man. None of us is greater than all of us.
You do what you want, big man. I'm here to vote. I'm a free American citizen. I have constitutional rights. Hogan can't take that away with an executive order. An executive order is not a law. It has not been passed by the House, ratified by the Senate, and then signed by him into law. It's just his desires and his wishes. It's not legal. He can't order me, a private citizen, to do anything, and he can't strip me of my rights to vote. Period. And I've committed no crime. And you've admitted repeatedly I've committed no crime. And then you said you were going to trespass me without me committing a crime when I have a lawful purpose to be here.
You do, but they've asked you to either comply with them.
And I bet the only reason that guy's still at the door, that cop is still at the door and hasn't handcuffed and attempted to kidnap the guy with the camera is because the camera is rolling.
What they're asking you to do or leave.
If it's unconstitutional, I don't have to comply. And you can't force me to wear the Star of David and hop on a freight train to Auschwitz, nor wear a face mask.
Guys, that right there is the phrase of the day. That right there breaks the internet for the day. I'm playing that thing over. That was fantastic, man. I'm going to play that over for us all to hear again. Amen. I mean, talk about putting that guy in his place real quick.
Order me, a private citizen, to do anything, and he can't strip me of my rights to vote. Period.
I understand that.
And I've committed no crime. And you've admitted repeatedly I've committed no crime. And then you said you were going to trespass me without me committing a crime when I have a lawful purpose to be here.
You do, but they've asked you to either comply with them, what they're asking you to do, or leave.
If it's unconstitutional, I don't have to comply. And you can't force me to wear the Star of David and hop on a freight train to Auschwitz, nor wear a face mask.
Look at that. Speechless. Speechless. Speechless.
So we're getting this worked out, right?
Yeah, I'm going to vote today.
You can't force me to wear the Star of David or get on a boxcar to Auschwitz. Fantastic. Fantastic. Totally told that guy without directly saying it, you're a brown shirt. You're a jackboot thug. This is no better than Nazi Germany.
And I'm not
That
moving.
was brilliant, Jimmy. I
We
agree.
appreciate you, but we agree with
News
that.
Now Forward says awesome. Mic drop says Nick's 5 cents. Exactly. Tweet that says News Now. Damn says Sweater Vest. Damn. Tell Joe Murray I would welcome that freedom of death.
As you vote, is there Like, I'm sure you don't want us watching over your shoulder.
No,
correct?
you can watch over my shoulder because I'm going to put how I vote on YouTube.
Okay, that's fine. I just want to make sure you didn't want to be in a private area.
This thing has 3 more minutes. There's really nothing left to watch. But I wanted to show you that because this guy stood for my rights and your rights and the rights of every single freaking person, not just in America, but everybody who's got the breath of life in their nostrils. I'm going to go to the super chats real quick and see what you guys have to say. But, I mean, let me see. Yeah, he couldn't answer the truth. That stunned him, man. Angry Crypto Guy says, respect my authority. Yeah, I agree, Blind Justice. Tear up that... Hey, is that Blind Justice? Is that Blind Justice? Is that the Blind Justice? Let me see. I love your stuff, man, if that's who you... If that's you. Blind Justice. Blind Justice YouTube channel is in the room, guys. Pushing back the darkness. I'm pretty sure that's you, Blind Justice. Is that Blind Justice from the Blind Justice channel? It is. Dude, I've been wanting to talk to you. We need to hook up. Guys, I'm going to give you a quick shout out. A quick shout out to Blind Justice. If you don't know who this guy is, you are going to do yourself a great service by clicking on some of these videos and watching this guy. This guy does a fantastic job. Anybody in the room know who Blind Justice is? Matter of fact, I'm not subbed to you right now because this is my new channel. I was subbed to you on the main channel and the vlog channel, but vlog channel got terminated and main channel, I just came back from suspension on that, so I just hit the subscribe and bell notification button for Blind Justice. This guy does fantastic work standing for his rights and the rights of every single American, every single human being on the planet. I love you, man. Been watching your stuff for a long time, and you deserve way more than 31.7 thousand subscribers. I'll tell you that right now. Thanks for being here, man. Yeah, sub to Blind Justice. Here, matter of fact, I'm going to, let's see. Let's find out his most popular video. And I'm going to, let me sort by most popular real quick. Most popular. 8 months ago. God, his video should be way more popular than this. Okay, I'm putting his link in the chat room, guys. This is Blind Justice. Please go over there. Watch this video. It says blind man denied access to public building because of his assistive devices. He did a great job. I remember watching this video. It's got 11,000 likes and 382 dislikes and 457,000 views. If you haven't seen it, even if you have, go over there and let Blind Justice know that you know, we support him. We support his stand for truth, his principled outlook on just standing for what's right, man. Standing against tyranny. That's what this is all about. We all got to stand together or we will hang separately. Period. End of story. No discussion. All right, so I'm going to put that again in the chat room, guys. Blind Justice, fantastic stuff. All right, let me go into the chat room and shout out some super chats. I think there was only one. I am going to be going live on DLive in 27 minutes, guys. Let's see, super chat, see all, refresh page. Jay says, I work in a nursing home with over 500 people, residents and employees, and not one case. And now they're mandating tests every week. I don't want to get it. Your thoughts, ideas. I did not sign the consent. Here's my opinion on that. And I got to be real careful because I'm on this censor platform. But from everything that I've seen, taking the TEST could be extremely, extremely dangerous. I don't know exactly how to say it. Okay, I don't know how to. If I say too much, the algorithms are getting so intelligent and they're getting so fast that they can. Yeah, I agree. Give me freedom. Giving me freedom. I got to be careful. Okay, so just do some studying on hydrogel nanoparticles and also vaccine delivery systems like nostril vaccine delivery systems. Check that out, man, because I got a real funny feeling about creating 100 to 300 million tests a month in America. and demanding that people take tests. All college students have to take tests. They want kids to take tests at schools. They want everybody to take a test. Nancy Pelosi wants you to go test, test, test. Adam Schiff, Donald Trump, everybody, big pharma company, everybody wants you to test. Why does everybody want you to take the test? All of mainstream media wants you to take the test. If there are all these people who are bad actors want you to take the test, what do you think you should do? You're in a tough spot, man. I cannot tell you what to do, and I'm not here to tell anybody what to do. But J984, that's a really, really tough situation, especially when you're at a workplace that requires you to take the test. It's like, hey, take the test or you lose your job. What do you do? What do you do? That sucks. That sucks. I don't know what they're putting into us with that test, man. Peter just subscribed to Blind Justice. That's awesome, man. That is so awesome. I'm going to drop his link again. Okay, guys, I'm going to get ready for the D Live tonight. It's something you're going to want to see. I'm going to try to keep it real short tonight. It's Labor Day night. It's the last night of your Labor Day weekend. Yeah, please hit the thumbs up. There's only 191 and there's 425 in the room. So let's see if we can get it up to 200 real quick in the next minute or so. I'll read some more of your chats if you want to hang out for a little bit. Oh, and also let me put the link to this guy's. Go to this guy's channel and watch the rest of this video and let him know High Impact TV sent you. This is this guy's channel right here. Thanks, giving me freedom. Yeah, guys, compliance is weakness. Resistance is strength. The spirit of freedom and liberty resides in the land of resistance. The spirit of freedom and liberty is found in the kernel of that is resistance and rebellion. Rebellion to evil. Not rebel. We don't want to rebel against good. That's why we're standing up against evil. That's the whole point of this whole channel right here. Is just do what's right. You know, while the Satanist says, do what thou wilt is the whole of the law. No, because if in a certain point of that, when you do what you wilt, hey, I want to hurt that person. Hey, that's a violation of the golden rule. Hey, I want to take that person's firearm away. Hey, I want to put a bump stock ban in effect. I want to so tax that ammunition that they can't even feed their guns the ammunition. I want to infringe on their rights. Give me a break. That's just flat out evil, man. Why? What makes it evil? Because that person wouldn't want that done to them. Also, let me give you a real quick thing here. I have a new site called HighImpactTV.com. Here's the link right there. Please sign up. It's only $2.99 a month. If you sign up for the whole year, it's $29 a year, which means you get the last 2 months free, or the first 2 months, whatever. And I've got content on there you're not going to see anywhere else. All these videos that I used to have up, this right here, I know I sound like a broken record, but this video right here, this video, I'm not going to say its name. You can read it right there, because if I say the name, it's going to trip off an algorithm. This video right here, in the first less than 2 years, just a little over a year and a half, got 12 million, almost 12 million views. This right here had multiple millions. They took it off because you can't talk about this thing that happened in September of 2001. So you're going to get exclusive content you're not going to get anywhere else. Here's the last video I just uploaded last night. 13 minutes long. Look at what this guy says. I'm not going to say his name right here because, well, you know why. So just sign up there. We'll meet over there and we can talk censorship free. And if you haven't, I don't care where you get it, guys, be prepared. They want a global reset. They want an economic reset. They want a currency reset, and they want a food reset. They're going to reset everything. There's going to be, you think the food lines are bad right now? You think poverty is off the hook right now? You think the middle class is racing at a breakneck speed right now? Guys, wait till they stop the food. Wait till they start rationing things. If you have time right now and you have fiat currency that you can translate into food, do it right now. Food, water, water purification systems, medical supplies, ammunition, firearms. Get ready. You're going to need, gold, silver. You're going to need iodized salt, vitamins, minerals. Stock that stuff up. Dry goods right now as fast as you can. Do not be that guy who goes, God, I wish I had the chance and I had some leftover money to do something. You don't have to get the food from me. Yeah, you can go into the link in the description and order it from me. Get it from anywhere. Just get it. Go to Walmart, get something, get canned beans, something, anything. Make sure it's at least a 6 month supply for each person in your house. You can't have too much. And if you get that long-term storable food, that stuff that I offer, it's good for like 25 years. Better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. You're just a fearmonger. You're trying to make sales. Don't buy it from me then. Take care of your family. You guys, it's unbelievable what's happened to us in the last 90 days. Heck, it's unbelievable what's happened to us in the last 30 days. And it keeps getting worse and worse and worse. Operation Warp Speed, and Bill Gates is going, oh yeah. Moderna's going crazy. They got all these vaccines just ready to launch, man. Ready to launch. And Gil Bates is just loving it, man. He even admitted on that one show that he's making $20 for every dollar he invests. 20 times the money is what he's making. Oh yeah, he's just you can trust him because he's a philanthropist. Look how much money he's giving away. Dude, he's not giving away any money. He's investing. He's getting a return on this. Do you know how much Bill Gates made since March 22nd? Bill Gates has literally profited $16 billion. Not million, not thousand, 16 billion. You know how much Jeff Bezos made since March 22nd shutdown? 48 billion. How about Elon Musk? 25 billion. Look it up. Forbes magazine has it all. Oh, you're just a conspiracy theorist. Guys, this is the biggest transfer of wealth and power you've ever seen. And if you don't at least have food and some water purification and firearms and ammo to protect your stash when people start going crazy, and they will go crazy. That's what happens. Hungry people do some very desperate things, and when desperate times get crazy, desperate people get crazier. So stock up, guys. Stock up. Don't be that guy that goes, God, why did I wait? Why did I wait? I had a chance. The writing was on the wall. Flares were going off. Fireworks. I was getting slapped upside the head by Brian. I was sick of him saying that, and I just didn't listen. Anyway, guys, I will see you in the next Heavily Censored. Please share this video, by the way. The best way you can support this channel right here is to like this video. There's only 250 likes and there's 374 watching. Like this video and share it with everybody you know. I thank you very much for joining me. Your time is precious and I never want to waste it. I will see you guys in the next